I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, you look like you have AIDS, you should go die. I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
It's the tragic death of a young performer, and now family, friends, and fans around the world are suffering the loss.
In one social media post, Carter's mother writes, quote, "Why are the towels perfectly placed?"
Nick's brother, Aaron Carter.
Right.
A lot of people keep forgetting Aaron Carter was begging for help, begging for independent financing, begging for security. He made it very clear Sony was out to get him, just like Michael Jackson told him they would be. And right around that time, his brother had just been accused of graping one of the girls from making the band, Diddy's entity.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old, because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this. I had to go show off all the stuff, my whole life, that was going to be taken away from me.
Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, Puffy, and Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And you want to know what they all had in common, though? They were all writing tell-all books.
So what are your thoughts on all the his celebrity friends that denounced those allegations and were like, this is false, and they were saying, yeah, should they speak up now?
It's getting a little too late for those who are complicit. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Off of Justin Bieber alone.
How valuable is a Biggie Smalls verse? Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Fucking Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy, his catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable. So then what the fuck happened to the commission? What happened to that album? It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album, because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy, and then starting his own company.
It's official. The footage is real, it's confirmed, and it just blew the lid off one of the darkest stories in the entertainment industry. A new video has leaked, one that shows Sean Diddy Combs at one of his infamous private parties with none other than the late Aaron Carter. And what's in the video, it's not just uncomfortable, it's terrifying.
This is Aaron Carter. I want to verify that this is actually my GoFundMe page. There's been a lot of misdirection that I've had to do in order to protect myself from being the silence breaker for my brother, who is a rapist. And now they're after my life. My whole family is after my life. And they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million. And they don't want to pay me. And it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. And Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million. They owe me money, and they're trying to kill me off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. My realtor won't sell my house. They're all involved in this and they're trying to keep me there. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted to hang myself. So please trust what I'm saying and please donate.
Because for years, people whispered that Aaron Carter had gotten too close to the truth, that he knew things, that he saw things, and now with this footage out in the open, all of those rumors suddenly feel like reality. The clip is just under 12 minutes. It was pulled from a previously locked server during legal proceedings involving multiple civil suits against Diddy. A former staff member turned whistleblower handed the footage over, claiming they could no longer stay silent after what happened to Aaron. And when you see the footage, you understand why. It begins at one of Diddy's sprawling estates. Guests milling around, drinks in hand, music thumping in the background. But this isn't a normal Hollywood party. This is something darker, something cold. The camera moves down a hallway, pulsing red lights, closed doors, staff wearing headsets. Then you see him, Aaron Carter. He looks out of place, nervous, barely making eye contact. His body language is stiff. His smile is forced. And then Diddy walks in. Immediately, the mood shifts. You can see Aaron trying to mirror his energy, trying to act relaxed, but there's tension in his eyes. He's looking around like he doesn't know where he is or how to leave. Diddy leans in, he whispers something. Aaron nods slowly, and then they disappear down the corridor together. That's the moment everything changes, because what follows isn't just two celebrities catching up, it's a controlled operation. Staff begin clearing the area. A voice crackles over a radio. Heartbeat reset confirmed. Lights dim. Music shifts. This isn't a party. This is a performance. Legal experts who've reviewed the footage say it resembles previous evidence entered in court related to Diddy's alleged guest wing operations, a term prosecutors use to describe a system of controlled movement, limited access, and ritualistic behavior inside Diddy's homes. And now, Aaron Carter's face is part of that system. He was young, vulnerable, fresh off battles with addiction, depression, and family betrayal. And according to several insiders, Diddy saw an opportunity. Aaron was desperate to be taken seriously again. He wanted a comeback. And Diddy, like always, offered a hand, one that came with strings attached. You want to get back in the game? Diddy allegedly told him. Then you've got to come to the party. And just like that, Aaron was pulled into a nightmare. The leaked footage shows Aaron following Diddy into a private lounge area, surrounded by thick curtains and guarded by staff at both ends. Security cameras along the hallway go dark, except the one held by the person who leaked the clip. You can't hear everything, but what you can see is enough. Diddy hands Aaron a drink. Aaron hesitates, then sips, then another radio call. Wing secure. What happens next is blurred, partially due to movement, partially due to intentional editing, but several frames remain clear. Diddy placing his hand on Aaron's shoulder, Aaron flinching, and then cut. Legal analysts believe the remaining portions of the original file were likely deleted or corrupted, possibly during an intentional cover-up, but what remains is already enough to spark outrage, because it confirms one thing with brutal clarity: Aaron Carter wasn't lying. For years, Aaron hinted at trauma. He'd go live on Instagram and say things like, "I'm not afraid of Diddy," or "They think I'll stay quiet, but I won't." Most viewers dismissed it as mental illness, but now those warnings hit differently, especially when you pair the video with Aaron's final public statements. Weeks before his death, Aaron tweeted cryptic messages about being followed, about people trying to silence him. He told fans that he had footage of his own, that he was preparing to go public. Then days later, he was gone. Officially, the cause was ruled an accident. But Jaguar Wright and others have long claimed something more sinister happened. And now, with this footage, their warnings carry weight. Wright said it best, and Aaron was a target. He knew too much, and they couldn't risk him talking. In the wake of the video leak, legal teams across the country are mobilizing. Civil attorneys representing other accusers are demanding access to the full archive. Federal investigators are re-examining the chain of custody for all Diddy Party footage, and public outcry is exploding. Behind the scenes, more whistleblowers are stepping forward. A former house manager told reporters that Aaron wasn't the only one. There were others, young artists, up-and-comers. They all came thinking it would help their careers, but they left different. And now prosecutors are building a timeline, linking each known victim to specific events, guests, and camera blackout periods. Diddy's legal team is in panic mode. They filed emergency motions to suppress the footage, claiming it violates privacy, but the damage is done. The clip is already circulating, and more are coming. One source inside Homeland Security confirmed that other party recordings are under active review. They believe the Aaron Carter video is just the beginning, and the industry, it's bracing for collapse. Major streaming platforms are freezing Diddy's catalogs, brands are pulling endorsements, and insiders say the once untouchable mogul is now radioactive. But what's most heartbreaking is this: Aaron Carter didn't get to see justice. He spent years begging people to listen, begging them to believe him. And when he finally started speaking up, he was laughed at, mocked, ignored. Now the footage proves he was right all along. He didn't die because he was unstable. He died because the truth was too heavy to carry alone. And now the world finally sees it. Diddy's empire is rotting from the inside. What once looked like luxury is now exposed as control. What once looked like mentorship now looks like manipulation. And Aaron Carter? He's no longer just a tragic headline. He's the proof, the warning, the reason this house of cards is finally collapsing.